back to the Not Carrie Bradshaw YouTube channel. In this video, I am recapping the season finale of season 1 of I May Destroy You. Trigger warning, this show and this review have content surrounding rape and sexual assault. So if those are topics that you are sensitive to, now is a good time to dip out. I won't take it personally. Take care of yourself. What the hell happened, Chad? I was texting my friend during this episode because I was just like, please tell me this is a dream sequence. I don't care about this man's life, but I care about Arabella's life. And murdering a white man anywhere ain't gonna end well for you, no matter what he did to you. So I'm just like, oh shit, Arabella about to go to prison. I don't even know what prison is like in the UK. Like, girl, what? So here's what I think. And I'm so curious what you guys take on this is as well. I have not read any articles giving any specificity to what the actual thing is that was taking place here. I'm just giving you what I think. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you guys' interpretation of this was. I think that this was 3 scenarios for Arabella to finish her book and to finish the narrative of what happened to her. My therapist has talked to me ad nauseum about owning my own narrative, not taking ownership of what the other person who hurt me thinks happened, not taking ownership of what they may have, you know, influenced other people to believe about what happened, but what is the narrative from my perspective? How do I want to end this story? And I think that's what Arabella was doing, and I think that we saw 3 versions of what that means. In the first one, where, let me just say, I was really here for the outfit. The blonde wig, it was a little bit synthetic. I could go for something a little bit, you know, cut a little bit better, but the outfit, I was here for it. I really love latex. Like, give me all the latex, give me all the leather, give me all the fur. I think I just kind of want to sometimes dress like I'm in Game of Thrones, House Stark, I don't know. Anyway, I was really feeling the outfit. In scenario 1, she has this fantasy of confronting the rapist and, you know, creating this ruse with T and with Theo where they get revenge. They drug him, they, you know, violate him. I got real confused when she pulled out his penis and started playing with herself. I was like, girl, what we doing here? What? And then, so I think that was scenario 1. Scenario 1 was, I'm gonna take back the power. I'm going to do to you what you did to me. And I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm just gonna bury it under my bed with the rest of my trauma. Because we know that Arabella's bed has kind of, underneath Arabella's bed has kind of symbolized her repressed thoughts, feelings, emotions. So she, you know, puts this corpse of a man, you know, on this bus. And this black lady's like, boys will be boys. And it's like, yeah, but this boy dead. So like, what you even talking about? So it's like, what the hell is going on? So I was really, really happy that that was not true. Because I was like, girl, we might have lost it here. We might have lost it. Scenario 2 was, you know, again, she's doing her watch at, you know, the scene, returning to the scene of the crime. She sees him, and Terry tells her to do an aggressive amount of cocaine so that she can, you know, kind of counteract the date rape drug. And then, you know, so it's going to be like entrapment, and they're going to, you know, call the police. But when Arabella lets David know, like, I know who you are, I know what you did to me, it becomes a situation where, you know, she sneaks him out before the police gets there. She gets him in her apartment, and he explains to her the why, the fact that this is just what I do, you know, and she has this sympathy for him. She extends this grace to him, and, you know, he's trying to explain himself and the fact that it doesn't even feel right that she's consenting, because he can only get off if he feels powerful. I think that was the word that he was trying to get to. And that's really what rape and sexual assault is about. it's an exchange of power. I don't want you to be able to be in control here. I need to be in control, because a lot of times in some area of their life, they feel out of control. This was a bit much for me. I think when people hurt us, taking sexual assault out of it completely, when people hurt us, we think that the ultimate way to get closure is for that person to say, I'm sorry for what I did to you, and this is why. The truth is, sometimes people don't really know their why, and they don't even question their behavior, because it's just such a part of their nature. It's just such a part of how they navigate the world, that they don't have the awareness to even question why they have done something that was so incredibly hurtful to you. And I think when you want closure from someone else and you don't know how to achieve it on your own, you fantasize about, what would I say to this person if I could confront them? I know I recently ran into a person who hurt me tremendously, and emotionally, not physically or sexually or anything, but really like broke my heart in a number of ways. And for a long time, I thought, if I saw him by himself, what would I say? What would I want to do? And I knew that I had gotten to another level of healing when I felt completely neutral. Because for the longest time, I wanted to run up in his shit. I wanted to fight, bro, to be honest, for the emotional drama that he caused me. And after working through understanding that he does not know why he does what he does, this is just how he operates, and it's not about me, and a number of things that we can talk about in another video if y'all want to. A part of me used to really want that same interaction. I really wanted him to just be vulnerable and open with me and just explain, this is why I did these things to you, and I'm sorry, and I know that they were messed up, but this, this is the why, this is the, that rarely if ever happens. Closure is a single player sport, Chad, and if you put it in somebody else's hands, you'll never get it. So I think that was an extreme version of that, where you just want to have an understanding of why a person is the way that they are, but if they lack the awareness, they'll never be able to tell you that. So that was scenario 2. And the police came, and she hugged him and and cried, and you see her put that posted up on the wall with all of these notes of how she's gonna finish her book. And then she takes that one down. And then the third scenario, again, blew my mind. It looks like they switched the gender roles here. You can even see, I don't know if y'all noticed the little symbol on the bathroom door. It was flipped, where there was like, I want to say the woman was on top or the man was on the bottom, but go back and look for that. But I did notice that. It looks like the gender roles were flipped here. And in this situation, Arabella pursued him, and Arabella was in control, and Arabella got to choose him, got to say, I want you. And even the sex that they had, she was the dominant figure. I think that's a fantasy too, where it's like, if I could go back and if I could have at least been in control. Again, going back to closure, one of my favorite podcasters, Kara Rosenthal, her podcast is called Unfuck Your Brain. It's brilliant. I will put a link to it in the episode description. She talks a lot about that, about thought work, and one of her episodes is about closure. And one of the things about why we struggle to achieve closure on traumatic events is because we have this belief that if things could have just been differently, I would feel better now. You have to just get to a neutral place with the past. The past is literally just that. But in Arabella's, mind and her figuring out, how do I want to end this narrative? In this situation, she was the one in control. She got to tell him to leave. She got to initiate the sex, and she got to tell him to get the fuck out. And at the end of that, the bloody, dead version of him comes from under her bed carrying her rape kit. The naked him walks out, out of the room, and that's another ending. Now, where we actually ended was in this very neutral place that actually really made me happy and really warmed my heart, because there's something about Ben and the extent to which he's been there for Arabella, and I feel like Ben has been kind of taken advantage of. And she's talking to Ben, and she, you know, each one of these scenarios starts with, you know, Ben saying, are you going to go do your watch? And then the final one, she says, no, I'm not. And actually stays and spends time with Ben and gives him a hug. Just, I'm hoping that it was just out of gratitude for him being a constant source of safety and reassurance and protection for her. And I just think that we take the people in our lives who performed for us in that way, we take them for granted. So I was really happy to see her prioritize that friendship, you know, and say, oh, I'm gonna just stay here and actually spend some time with you. And that wasn't even, you know, verbalized in that way, but I was really happy to see that. And then we go to, she's completed her book. She published it independently. I hope that she made some money so she can pay them folks back, share. I don't know about her dedicating this book to Terry. I'm still just not here for Terry, okay? I think that Terry is just a joke of a person. I don't really see it for her, but I am happy that she's exploring the relationship with the trans man. It looks like that's working out. She finally got her commercial. Everyone is together and watching it, and it looks like we just end in a good place. The other thing that I thought was so interesting was in that last scenario where she's at the bar at the scene of the crime, and she goes into the different restroom stalls and sees the woman who had been in the emergency room several times before for what, you know, we can only assume was sexual assault. She's in one stall, and then the young version of Terry, Theo, and Arabella are, you know, very friendly in this other stall. And, you know, in the background, Terry is saying how she came to this realization about the threesome that she had and thinks that she may want to join Theo's group to kind of work through those issues. And I wonder, was that part actually real? Because she may, you know, actually benefit from that, I think. But I did find that interesting. And even during the scene or the scenario where she did all the coke and she was dancing with herself, I thought that was really interesting. I'm still kind of unpacking what exactly that meant. So drop down in the comments if y'all peeped that and had an opinion on that as well. I think that this series was brilliant. I was hoping for something that was going to be more comedic, and instead we got a dark but a real exploration of consent and dating and relationships and trauma and familial trauma and the way friendships work and how much grace we extend to people and what it looks like to be a victim and what it looks like to be someone who makes another person a victim. I think it did a really great job of exploring the fact that no one is 100% good and no one is 100% bad, and even bad people are capable of being hurt, and we have to honor their hurt as well. Watching the show helped me to process a lot of my own thoughts and feelings around sexual assault, around consent, around emotional trauma, and how we process it. So, you know, shouts out to Michaela Cole. I think that even her ability to reenact a sexual assault, I hope that that was in some way cathartic for her. I can't even conceptualize being able to do that after enduring what she endured in her real life. I still want to go fight Susie Hennessy, so anybody who want to pull up and help me with that, let me know. Yeah, I think this series was great. I could not have imagined what I was about to get myself into with it at all, because I didn't think I was going to be able to watch it. It was very triggering, but this turned out to be really helpful for me. I hope that it was helpful for you. I hope that my reviews, my recaps, my thoughts have been helpful and useful to you. So thank you guys for watching this series of videos. I am also reviewing Lovecraft Country, which I absolutely love, and P-Valley. I think we only have a few more episodes of that to go, so check out some of my other videos. Make sure that you're subscribed, like and review and comment and share, and if you want to send me some money, you can do so via my Patreon link. So thank you guys again, and talk soon. Bye.